To-do list for 2026. Create a new intro video for 2026 because I'm going to end up
Oh,
falling asleep to that stupid slow music there. Anyway, hello and welcome to TNA Top 10, episode 131, January 4th, 2026. I'm T Weave. With me, as always, are Allison Faye and Andrew, and she just swapped them. How's it going, fellas?
Fellas are here.
hello. We're here. Let's
We're
do this.
here.
It's a new
Terry,
year.
New Year, New Me bullshit is already out of the way. It's the 4th of January. We made it that far.
Well, I got a new
Um,
phone because I loaded my other one up in my trunk the other
Yeah, I
day.
was going to say, Terry, how did that happen?
Yeah.
What was that?
So it's about time anyway. I had a
What was
13.
Why do
I've
you
got
have
a
a
17 now.
Terry? Why do you have a new phone? Tell the people why you have a new
So when
phone.
you slam your car trunk down on the phone that's sitting on your bumper, that'll happen.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, see, and this is my thing. Like that would traumatize me because you all know that
Oh,
my
yes.
phone is usually very close to me unless I'm at work. Then that thing gets left laying around places. But
Yes, it does.
legitimately, I cracked my I cracked my watch protector and I did not have a backup one. I immediately had to get a new one because I have had this watch, this iPhone watch, for probably 5 or 6 years. We've had a hell of a run. I've got my $199 out of it, but we're gonna keep getting the $199
God.
out of it. So I put a protector over top of it and I broke it the other day, and I was like,
Yep.
oh no.
Mm.
Amazon to the rescue for $9.90 plus delivery. Well, with delivery, got two of them. So anyway.
Nice.
Also, we'll get into it later on the show, but you can see I'm wearing the Yankees hat tonight. It is
Mm.
officially baseball season, and I have my own reasons as to why.
Officially,
It is
officially within
baseball
like 90
season.
days of baseball season.
Spring training starts, spring training starts the 20th of February, sir. That is very close. Pitchers and catchers will be reporting within the next 30 days. It is officially
45.
baseball season on TNA Top 10
Correct.
Okay.
because I am done with football.
Well, we got some stuff to talk about with football later,
Oh,
but that's not
Lordy.
the only thing. We've got football and we've got movie soundtracks from the
Mm,
1900s. You'll see that Terry's been tinkering because he's been off work, and I've got a little bit different design on stuff. So I had some fun.
Well, since you left baseball off, I want to ask you and Allison a question.
All
Did you
right.
see who the Yankees signed?
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, me either. I didn't see him either. Yeah, nobody. They hadn't signed anybody yet. Apparently, they offered Bellinger a second offer on the contract today, according to Passan, Jeff Passan, or whatever the insider. Anyway, we'll see. I'm not really any team led by Aaron Boone is about like the Nebraska Cornhuskers led by backwards hat Matt Rule now. So
Good God.
yeah, it's
No,
gonna be
Well, it's
bad.
kind of like Auburn basketball under Stephen Pearl, as opposed to Auburn basketball under Bruce Pearl.
Well, speaking of basketball, that's not on the
Oh.
list either.
No.
Nebraska is undefeated, 14 and 0, the
Auburn
number
is not.
13 team in the country, and
What
they
is
just beat
happening?
they just beat Michigan State. What is happening is what we're going to talk a lot about in the NCAA portion of the show. It's called name, image, and likeness. That's what's happening because
Alright.
it has leveled the playing field. There, in 40 years on this planet, you would have never gotten me to say out loud that I think Nebraska could beat Michigan State basketball. Not a chance. Not a prayer. I didn't care that it was at home. I didn't care they were both. Yeah, well, I guess Michigan State had one loss or whatever, but didn't matter to me. I would always pick Michigan State. Not
And I guess
anymore.
headband guy's not even on the team anymore, is he?
No, my Japanese guy's not even on the team anymore.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
He was
But yeah,
my favorite player a couple of years ago in the tournament.
well, and they won 23 games last year, so it's not like they don't know how to win basketball
No.
games. They
Yeah,
just
Auburn's
couldn't win.
9-5.
They couldn't win the big ones, Terry. So, well, here's the thing too with Auburn and Bruce Pearl. You go from Bruce Pearl to Stephen Pearl, and it's no
Yeah.
offense to Stephen Pearl, but Bruce Pearl is an icon in college basketball, let alone at the University of Auburn, War Eagle. Where's my guy with his hobbies? Does he hunt or fish?
No.
Well,
Steve Earl
we'll
hunt or fish?
got a lot to talk about the transfer portal later with that, but you're talking about the changes. Auburn has one player that was on last year's basketball team, and that's the guy that was going to go to the NBA draft and came back. So
Wow.
Yeah, and
they
you know,
replaced
the
the
thing
entire
is,
team.
you see that a lot more commonly in basketball, particularly with a couple of these, like Kansas is 100% turnover almost every year. UNC maybe 2 years, Duke maybe 2 years, Kentucky, Calipari got that reputation forever that whatever team he was coaching was all those guys were gonna be in the NBA the next year because they weren't sticking around, you know. And apparently Arkansas is pretty good again. So there it is, but. Knock it the way it works. It doesn't matter. It was a huge win for the guys in Lincoln on Friday to the point where they stormed the court. And the players after the game are like, "Hey, quit storming the court. This was cool. You know, a couple years ago. But now we're expecting to win these games. So don't just storm the court every time we win a big game." I'm like,
I saw that, Dave. So Dave Miller asked, was Kim Mulkey the oldest woman Lane has ever held hands with? Probably so.
I need context. I don't
So
understand.
Kim Mulkey is the women's basketball coach at LSU.
Multi-time national champion at Baylor and LSU. She is the Ric Flair of women's basketball coaches. Wears these outlandish outfits, you know.
Love it.
Peacocks. Yeah, she's fantastic.
That's what she wants to say. Yeah.
Dave's just a hater over there, but you know, and now that the power couple,
she did
LSU,
lead him on the court, holding.
Really? By his arm? Oh God.
The power couple, just as embarrassing. Oh, Dave, have you taken a new position?
Oh,
on the
wow!
Is
this an imposter, Dave Miller, that we have?
Yeah, Dave Miller would never talk shit about Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well,
I don't believe this is Ric Flair.
We got time for it. We got no wrestling.
We'll say Teppy might have control. Well, you say we have no wrestling. He brought Flair up again. Flair was picking a fight with somebody 2 weeks ago over Reed again, and Reed's been dead for 15 or 20 years, whatever it's been now. You know, and he was drunk clearly, because you can always tell when Flair gets on there doing the drunk tweets. You know, which supposedly I thought his granddaughter ran the social media, but
no,
he must have access at some point because Anyway,
so, I have wrestling as well. Okada beat Tanahashi in his last match,
as he should have.
Yes, so I was really happy to see that.
Nobody believed the Ace had a chance against Okada.
His hair on fucking point.
Well,
I will miss his hair.
If you noticed, you got the biggest
star.
You
were going to say on fire. I was going to have a Michael Jackson.
Oh.
That was Hannibal that was talking crap. Oh, imagine that. Well, I don't know that Hannibal's talking crap or truths. Either way, it gets offensive for people that love Ric Flair. On the issue, though, of the Japanese wrestling.
Yes.
On the issue of the Japanese wrestling, you see Muta was there. Jay White was there. Will Ospreay was there. Kenny Omega was there. The biggest names of New Japan since the 80s and 90s all showed up for Tanahashi's retirement. And, of course, he does lose to Okada. And I'm sure, I didn't see him, but I'm sure that Takeshita was there as well.
Oh, yeah.
In that capacity. But, good for Tanahashi. He should have retired 5 years. Oh, Ibushi was there too. Tanahashi should have retired 5 years ago, but he's been the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, for people that don't know that. He's navigated this AEW stealing all their talent or recruiting all their talent or whatever you want to call it.
And he's done a good job.
And they've still managed to put on a product. The one thing that makes Japan so special, and is something you can't talk about American fans with, they don't have regular television that people see all the time.
Right.
And so when the matches with Omega and Okada or Ospreay and who was it over there? It might have been Okada. When those matches happened, they happened in a vacuum, but they were built so well up to the event that, okay, Takeshita lost the IWGP title. I did not watch the show yet. I saw the celebration. Who did he lose to, Dave? I can Google it if you don't have the name right away, but Takeshita's also an American wrestler now. He wrestles for AEW. He's not going to
Yeah, that's
continue
right.
he's not going to continue to carry the New Japan title. Do you owe Teppy an apology after that Georgia game? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The Georgia Bulldogs owe me an apology for their
Nice
performance.
transition.
It was horrible. And but anyway, on the Japanese thing, it happens in a vacuum. They build them correctly. They use movies and vignettes. They don't even have to use regular television.
Right.
And this is stuff they've been doing for years, so it works. But congratulations to the Ace
Yes.
for his amazing career. But anyway, no, I don't owe Teppy an apology. This is what I'm surprised about. And Bober's already starting to poke the bear because Dave Miller's here, and I know Tep's listening. Not sure, but it's someone that they're rebuilding the promotion with. There you go.
And that's probably
that
what they
makes sense.
should do.
That's what
I
they
mean,
should do.
That's a natural progression. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yep. But and I know Tep
Hope
listens
it's
while
not
she
there, Gunther, though. That's all.
Yeah.
well,
God.
yeah, God. While she cooks dinner. And that's that yes, hotty toddy, good for Ole Miss. And considering all of the bullshit that they've got going on, coaches flying back and forth between Oxford and Baton Rouge to coach and recruit games during the playoffs, which have absolutely no business happening. If you are an Ole Miss coach, you are an Ole Miss coach.
Debbie
I
said
haven't
to
been
keep
wrong. I
dogging them
haven't
because
been
you've
wrong
been
about
wrong
Ole
all
Miss
year.
all year. I've been wrong about Ole Miss since Lane left. There's a difference. Teppy, go back in the archives and listen to me talk about the greatness of Ole Miss. But yeah, they got a shit show going on there in Oxford, and they're lucky to be in the semifinals, considering all of the uncertainty and the volatility that's going on inside the Ole Miss football program.
We will get to their game in a minute. Let's talk about all the other ball games that happened between then and now, and we do have some notes here. Yeah, I'm not reading all these off. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 12 bowl games that weren't playoff games since starting with the 29th and coming to now. Music City Bowl ended up Illinois beat Tennessee on a walk-off field goal. Sun Bowl was good. Duke's quarterback went off, had 4 touchdowns, 327 yards in their win.
Arizona State quarterback allegedly going to Kentucky too. Terry.
That's right. Yeah.
Leggett allegedly going
They
to
may
Kentucky.
trade quarterbacks from what I've seen.
Man, the
Yeah, that's-
defense
yeah.
was not.
And now
did
there's
not show up in
speculation
that
of
game.
whether he quit or was asked to leave. So who knows? But
There's a lot that asked to leave, but fans react as if they are children, no
Yeah.
matter
I
what
mean,
the reason is.
Yeah, I think we've seen that in all of
Yeah.
the
I've
comment
seen a lot of
sections.
So here's a news flash, okay? Just so that, and this is very much to Auburn fans and to anybody else. And I've got a list of who's lost the most players. But so Oklahoma State, Iowa State, West Virginia, Auburn, Florida State, all have lost tons of players to the portal. But guess what? They're going to bring some other guys in. And there was like, all these guys were saying they're going to the portal, and it's like, it's not open yet. So all the news was negative. All the news was negative, and everybody's acting like their football program's falling apart. You can't sign anybody yet. Be patient. So now that we're past January 2nd, we can start signing some guys, and these fans will start acting like adults again. Maybe we'll see. Anyway,
not happening.
No way. Good luck with that.
So Manning, Manning showed up, and he's really improved this season. So he pulls a win for Texas in the Citrus Bowl, 41-27 over Michigan. He led
His
the
roommate
way.
entered the portal today.
Well, he was definitely forced out because he basically said that in his goodbye message.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
all I've ever wanted to do was play at Texas.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
some stuff like that,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, dude.
Well, I mean, somebody was saying, well, they got to make room for like Cam Coleman and whatever other receivers they're going to get.
Got it.
Cam Coleman. Isn't he an Auburn player, Terry? We're Auburn fans. around
He's
here.
not
We-
anymore for
Oh,
sure.
God.
I
He's
think
not-
his agent told him don't even talk to the coaching staff, is what I hear.
I love
Well, that's okay. Golish don't need him
Restart
anyway.
Florida to
'Cause
make up
I
for it.
bet you Cam Coleman likes to golf, and we ain't about that at Auburn anymore. War damn he. So we know golfing, we don't know fishing. The only thing we know is ball. But I will say this: I didn't know ball this week at all because Tennessee losing to Illinois is so annoying. I cannot tell people on this show how much Brett Belima just annoys me as a head football coach.
And then
and-
Iowa beat Vandy. I'm sure
And
you didn't
he's
like that.
Illinois.
Vandy.
He's Illinois light or Iowa light. That's what Illinois is Iowa light. And then Iowa beats Vanderbilt in Pava and Diego's last chance to strut ass. And that offensive line is still very, very good. But the fact Iowa scored 34 on Vandy's defense
Yeah.
means they've got some work to do going into next season because Iowa is terrible. Let's see. Rice, Texas State, no one cares. Cincinnati is about to send their quarterback to LSU because Lane Kiffin cannot get off this program. Dave and Teppy Miller adore when I speak about Big Game Lane and his newly found $1 million contract there in Baton Rouge. But Sorsby was considered probably the best quarterback option in the portal.
Yeah.
And he is headed to Louisiana from what it looks like, to the point where what I was getting at earlier, Terry, Charlie Weiss Jr. coaches the Ole Miss game and calls the game in the playoff, flies to Louisiana to recruit this guy, and has now flown back to Oxford so he can
Insane.
prepare for the semifinals against Miami.
But
So
I
you're
think
gonna
some of the other assistant coaches kind of went back to went ahead and
I'm just
went to
saying, you're
LSU.
going to tell me college football isn't fucked up?
It
I
is-
mean-
well, here's I think, and I've been thinking about this. It's like we always talk about, well, these things don't need to happen till the end of the season. Well, the problem is school starts now,
Yep.
and the end of the season isn't for what, 2 weeks?
January the 19th is the national championship
Wow.
game.
So that is 2 weeks past the time that the next term starts for pretty much every school. So since we are still making these kids go to school at this point, that doesn't work out very well. So
Yep.
I think that's really why they're trying to push a lot of this stuff to the left to get it before that. But I don't know.
Well, here's the news flash. Backwards hat Matt rule does not work.
Got doubled up.
Yeah.
Nebraska comes out, scores 14 points. Looks like they've got a solid game. The next thing you know, the head coach, who was the defensive coordinator for Utah, makes the adjustments, and they scored. It was 14-7, which means they scored 37 unanswered before Nebraska got the last one in garbage time. This team isn't even close to being ready to perform at a 10-win level. I'm not talking about playing for national championships. I said at the beginning of this season that the ultra soft schedule was going to get them in the position to win 10 or 11 games because they had really one game that they should not win on the schedule, and that was Penn State before all that happened there. And now, after seeing this bowl game, 3 weeks or 2 weeks off, no adjustments. The run game was there until it wasn't. And here's the other thing. For anybody that didn't know, and this isn't because I'm a Nebraska fan, because you guys have all heard me talk about Utah on this show, Utah is a very good football team. And Nebraska got dog walked because they got outclassed by a bigger, better version of what they want to be. Run the ball, play defense, don't make mistakes on special teams. It's such an old school mentality. But that is how Nebraska wants to play football, and they got beat up by a team that was far superior to them. And Matt Rule, because I hate him, and that's our new segment on this show, got out-coached again. He got out-coached again. You're not making adjustments, and then you get down 2 touchdowns, and what do? You decide to put this freshman quarterback on an island and have him throw the ball, just drop back and pass. Well, that's not the way Nebraska's offense has worked. So hopefully they can get this straightened out. The run game blocking looked much better, even though it had looked really good toward the end of the year. But they went after a quarterback today and got Notre Dame's backup. Raiola will not be playing at Louisville, it doesn't look like, unless he's going to play second fiddle, because they filled that vacancy with the Ohio State backup quarterback today.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Latif said he's fine with competition. He has no intention of going into Nebraska, but 18, Terry, you said you got a slide. As of 6 o'clock, 18 Nebraska players are in the portal.
No, I don't have a slide. I had notes.
Or you had a note. Yeah. So
But
18 Nebraska. I know that Florida State was flirting with 30 before the portal even opened.
Auburn hit 33, but then one of them came back. So I think 32 is the number right now for Auburn. Oklahoma State, I think, is the one had like 41 or something.
Well, let's face it. All those guys from North Texas are going to Stillwater.
They are.
And the quarterback's committed.
Well, it's just like South Florida's going to Auburn.
They're all headed to Auburn.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Nebraska. The Rob Ulrich, the defensive coordinator who did not coach the bowl game, has 5 San Diego State University players in the portal visiting Nebraska. Okay, can they ball though? That's what I want to know. Are these better players that are Mountain West players? Are they better than what we've had, or do they just have loyalty to the coach? And that's where the NIL has. I mean, you've broken the formula of building football teams, and you're going to have 10 or 15 programs out of the 136 that compete at this level that can continually have a program. But we'll get to it, I guess, because I don't see – well, yeah, because it's a playoff game.
Yeah, we'll get to those in a minute. I got one.
Don't think Alabama hasn't taken a shot, though, with that ass kicking that they took from Indiana this past week.
Right. So I got 2 things before we move to the quarterfinal games. The last mention I wanted to make of a player, Wake Forest quarterback Robbie Ashford, led the team, got player of the game, and is that the Duke's Mayo Bowl? Yeah, beat Mississippi State and gave Mississippi State the very rare 5-8 season. But Robbie Ashford, he started at Oregon, transferred to Auburn, transferred to Wake Forest, finally ends his career is what it looks like right now. I think he's a 6-year senior with a bowl MVP trophy, and his father died before the season started. So that they were making a big deal out of that, talking about it a lot. I was listening to that game while I was driving to Nashville to pick my son up from the airport because I'm a sucker, apparently. I do that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, good for him. But that's the other thing. The COVID seniors are done now. That's
that's
6
right.
years and they're done. So
the other comment I had, we're going to see if Dan Mullen can do something with Jackson Arnold is what it looks like. Looks like
yes.
he may be going to UNLV.
Give Allison an excuse to find a football team.
Vegas.
They're out of Las Vegas, and they're called the Rebels. I mean, that's all she needs to know.
Vegas.
UNLV.
Should we go now? Should we go check them out?
Cincinnati earlier.
The answer is always
you didn't even take the bait.
I know.
I mentioned Cincinnati, and you didn't even take the bait.
Yeah, I know. Do you know who went there, by the way?
Please tell us.
Not at all.
Kylie Kelsey's husband. Respect.
What does he smell like?
Oh, it smells so good.
A lot like Travis.
I mean,
think.
but he
Inside
smells
joke
like
there.
a husband. By the way, did you see the reel I sent you? So they apparently make the candle in Jason Kelsey, and somebody sent her the screenshot of it and said, "What do you think about this? I feel like I need to ask
you
for
kidding?
Kylie's permission before I light this candle." And I'm like,
So I've got to explain this. So
Yes,
I
okay.
bought, I had bought this before we did the bad Christmas gift list that had candles on it. I had bought you this candle, but I was scrolling through Amazon and I saw this smells like Travis Kelsey candle. And I saw Kelsey and I was like, I'm buying it for Allison. And then like days later, I realized, oh shit, that said Travis. So I got a label maker and I put Jason over it. and that's what I sent her.
And it still smells fantastic. So maybe that's like a loophole where it's okay that I've got this candle. And by the way, the other gift from Terry, which was fantastic, and all the girls got one, is the shirt that Andrew is wearing right now.
Wrestling was better in the 80s, and that
Sure.
is a fact. Like the
That's
right.
Miami
You, everybody loved it.
Hurricanes, Terry.
That's right.
Well, I don't know.
Miami
They're coming back.
Hurricanes were better in the 80s, but they were pretty damn good against Ohio State.
They were 24-14 win. Like I said, I got new formats on a lot of this
Mhm.
stuff. Ohio State losing made Dave happy. I don't know. I wish both of these teams could lose, so I can't really say. I did pick Ohio State in this game.
Yeah, this was a surprise. I had Ohio.
Well, there
State
were a
as
lot of
well.
people saying that Miami is a fierce team, and
Mhm.
their offensive and defensive lines are really intense. And we've talked about that's where you win it. But they've been inconsistent. Otherwise, they would have been playing for a conference championship in the ACC. But they have had losses this year, and that was the question. But Keontae Scott, who transferred from Auburn, he's had a great year for Miami. 72-yard interception return for a touchdown to make it 14-0 in this game, and they just kept the lead after that.
Excellent.
So, there's an old adage that serves everybody that watches this show well, and that's defense wins championships.
Mhm.
You could not have written or scripted a better defensive plan by the Miami Hurricanes than what we saw against Ohio State. On paper, this is a 21-point loss by Miami to Ohio State without question. 8 offensive starters for Ohio State will play in the NFL. However, the defense came ready to play, and they did everything you're supposed to do. Gap integrity, lane discipline, open field tackling. When they rushed the passer, they got home. That matters. Sending a blitz don't mean jack if you don't actually disrupt the play and affect the play and knock down the quarterback. And over and over and over again, Miami's twists and stunts and defensive line play set the tone for this game. They only had 291 yards. But to your point, Terry, the pick six came on the first or second possession of the game, and all the momentum shifted to Miami at that point.
Yeah, way too much confidence in a swing pass, and he was all over it. And look, I mean, this is going to be a pattern here. 45 yards rushing for Ohio State and 153 for Miami. Good defense and running the football.
Well, and look at the penalties, 2 for 15 and 0.
Right.
You don't commit stupid penalties or untimely penalties.
That's a Miami
maybe better
team
way.
with 0 penalties.
0 penalties for Miami. And the first penalty of this game didn't come until midway through the fourth quarter.
Right.
So the referees let them play,
Mhm.
but Miami's defense will look to do this again against Ole Miss. Another high-octane, high-powered offense. And I know Tepe's listening, and it's fine. I think Ohio State has better offensive players than Ole Miss. I don't know that matters, though. Can Miami do the exact same thing a second time? Because they hadn't looked like that defense. You know, for those of you that love
Not every
listening
game. I mean, they had losses that would prove that.
For
they
those
had.
of you that love listening to me talk about football history, in 2001, the Miami Hurricanes ran the gauntlet, went undefeated, and smacked Nebraska in the national championship game, went 13-0. That team was led by I just lost his name. He played for the Baltimore Ravens. And it's not Ray Lewis. It was Ed Reed. Thank you. Led by Ed Reed's defense. If Miami's offense had not scored a touchdown all year long, Miami still goes 8-4 in 2001. This isn't that defense, but it was a glimpse of what that defense played like back then. So that's why they were so feared and intimidated. When you could go 8-4 and never score a touchdown in a football game, that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. But this defense and this defensive scheme by Cristobal, and I don't even know who his defensive coordinator is, Terry, but this defensive scheme, the twists and the stunts that confused Ohio State's offense, and largely eliminated all of those big wide receivers because there's so much confusion between the tackles that there's no time for the ball to get out.
They hired
There's no
they hired Minnesota's defensive coordinator at the start of the year, Corey Heatherman.
Okay. Well, Heatherman's game plan against Ohio State was perfect. And maybe it's because he'd seen him before at Minnesota. I don't know. But now he gets Ole Miss. So, Miami, congratulations. Great defensive scheme. I thought you were losing by 3 touchdowns. Genuinely.
That's the
Thought
first
they were-
game I missed, and we'll talk about the standings on the picks. Now, Andrew is in first place on the playoff picks, but
Yeah.
Nah.
not so much the other one.
No.
I
All right.
forgot to pick them, but okay, that's fine.
Rose
Gary,
Bowl.
We both thought this one might actually be a decent game.
I mean, I expected
Wow,
Indiana
yeah.
to win, but not by
No.
5 touchdowns.
Now, the last time Alabama took a bowl game loss like this was in 1971 to the number 1 Nebraska Cornhuskers, and that Alabama team was led by Bear Bryant, and they lost 38-6.
So what?
Terry, I'm talking bowl game of significance, like national championship implications. They ain't ever been routed like this in a
So
big
how
game.
bad? I know Clemson beat them pretty bad a few years ago.
41-24 or 44-24
44-16.
or 16. Yeah.
Okay,
So I guess that's 28 points.
it's getting close. Yeah.
But I think I got the other bracket. Only team with a bye win 2 years. Oh, here comes Bober. Anyway, that's not true though, because Oregon won and they had a bye, didn't they? No, they didn't have a bye. Texas Tech had a bye. That's right. But anyway, Indiana, as I had said, has the best coach in college football. X's and O's. He had him ready to play. He sniffed out the fake punt right away from Alabama. And when Ty Simpson went out of the football game, they never had a chance. Never had a chance after he took that shot at the end of the first half.
2 penalties again
Bosco,
total,
settle
Yeah.
down.
1 for each team, and 1 turnover total in this game. So it was pretty clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But defense and running the football, Indiana 215 rushing yards to Alabama's 23.
Yeah.
They both passed roughly the same. And it's just domination.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing here is, I mean, Indiana physically, the much more dominant football team. Kurt Signetti lost to Ohio State last year, and I have a dog underneath this desk. Hold on. Roscoe, go lay down. But Kurt Signetti lost to Ohio State last year physically inside the trenches on the offensive and defensive line. They dominated Alabama in this game on both sides of the ball, and that play by his offensive and defensive lines led to the success they had. You don't rush the ball for 215 yards against Alabama if you don't have guys eating up space and blocking with violent intensity and intentionality. Then, on the other hand, Alabama's woes continue, Terry. 4 games in a row, they haven't cracked 50 combined yards rushing.
And they just
And
they're
I
putting
don't
it
have
in the hands of Ty Simpson, and he's either going to do it or he's not. And he had struggles toward the end of the season.
And I don't have to tell you, as an Auburn fan, that 6 national championships went to Tuscaloosa and all started with a power run game.
Oh, yeah.
Alabama does not win football games if they can't run the ball. And that is very, very clear. The last 4 games, they haven't put 50 combined yards of rushing offense up.
If y'all have not seen Roll Tide Willie, and y'all won't hear those words coming out of my mouth, go look him up on social media because he always reacts negatively toward bad things for the Alabama football program, and he's had some good ones lately.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, you look at the running back university that Nick Saban ran for the 17 years he was the head ball coach in Tuscaloosa, and it's Derrick Henry and Mark Ingram, and I'm going to miss a bunch of them because there have been so many of them. The guy that played for the Steelers and went out west just recently, but he won a national championship in 20. The point being, if Kalen DeBoer wants to keep his job, and I understand they won 10 games this year and they went to the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. They better figure out how to run the damn football in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, if you thought Penn State was picky with Franklin, you just wait. If this happens a few times,
Yeah.
just wait and see how picky they are in Tuscaloosa. Najee Harris, is that who you're thinking
Yeah,
about?
Najee Harris is who I was thinking. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, but that's it. I mean, but they just run, and Yarborough was another great running back that they had. And
Yeah.
I mean, these guys were, I mean, they're big and they're mean, and they could lean on them. And by the fourth quarter, the defensive line of what team they were playing had no fuel left in the tank. And Alabama was not able to do that, and Indiana did. And that, I mean, it's 192 passing, Terry, 215 rushing. That's as close to balance as you're ever going to find. And Cignetti just finds ways to continue to prepare and win football games. And I don't know. I think they just need to keep a camera on him all the time on the sideline. You know,
he did smile. He had that gum about to pop out of his mouth when he did smile, but he did smile toward the end.
He did smile but he knows how good that Indiana football team is.
Does.
And they are very, very, very good. And good for him. Oh, speaking of very good.
Ole Miss, Georgia, Ole Miss 39-34 over Georgia. Yeah.
Payback. Because Georgia stole it from them, you know,
Chambliss.
in October, I think it was, but came storming back. But Georgia has lived football that way, where they have not played complete football games. Saw them play a complete football game in the SEC championship against Alabama, but Mrs. Pondwater.
That's right, Teppy. That's right. You tell them.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Georgia has not played complete football games all season, with very few exceptions, and they had to fire back against Ole Miss to start with in the first place. And as we've talked about, and we'll talk about when we get to the semifinal, it is very difficult to beat the same team in the same season twice when you're playing football.
Georgia had it both ways this year. Alabama went one direction, and Ole Miss went the other direction. But it is very difficult to win football games when you play twice. This matchup between Ole Miss and Miami coming up is extremely intriguing. Because it's not like Ole Miss doesn't know what a physical defensive line looks like. Right.
So, you know, does Carson Beck make enough big plays to outscore Chambliss on the other side with Ole Miss?
And then they've got Lacey running the ball. He had a couple of touchdowns. Chambliss with 362 passing and a couple of touchdowns. I mean, those two guys. Yeah. And obviously they're blocking well for those guys. But
and as much as Mrs. Pondwater doesn't want to hear me say this, Charlie Weiss Jr. is more or less an extension of one Lane Kiffin. And so Ole Miss benefiting from him still being able to play as the OC. I may pick Miami.
All right, let's move on to the next game. The Orange Bowl. Oregon 23-0 against Texas
Killed
Tech.
me.
And to me, Texas Tech, I was watching this game some. I didn't get to see the whole game, but it felt like Texas Tech's defense was playing pretty well, but their offense was complete.
Correct.
Nothing.
I had Texas Tech to go all the way in this game, just like, no.
Well, like you said, 4 turnovers and a fast. I mean, of all of the playoff teams we talk about, when you talk about athletes, I mean just athletes. Oregon always has athletes on their football team. And we've talked about it. They're not always the biggest guys, but when you look at the combined speed, power, intensity, ability, Oregon always finds those guys. They just never find the national championship.
Well, of those 4 turnovers, Brandon Finney had 2 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery. That was 3 of those 4 turnovers.
Yeah. I mean, they're dogs. No pun intended, because we just talked about Georgia. But Oregon's defense, you know, is predicated on making other teams make mistakes, and that's what they did. And you don't win football games at any level turning the ball over 4 times. And you sure as shit ain't going to beat Oregon that way. And clearly their defense, Texas Tech, because I, like you, Terry, I checked in on the game. I watched a few minutes and I got called to go bill somebody out for a car deal because this is the end of the year. But clearly Texas Tech's defense did their job.
Yeah.
Because it's only 23-0 with 4 turnovers.
Right.
So anyway,
I don't know. I had something on the tip of my tongue, but anyway, so obviously Oregon, they've got 1 loss, and that was to Indiana, and it wasn't nearly as bad as Indiana beat Alabama. Oh, I know what my comment was. So Texas Tech put a lot of money on this roster, and that was kind of the story about Texas Tech being as good as they were. The problem, though, and I'm not going to get into this Big Ten SEC thing. I'm going to put them together, and then I'm going to put Big 12 ACC together, and then I'm going to put everybody else together. But if you challenge yourself through the season, then you're going to prepare yourself for these moments. And I'm not sure where Texas Tech got those challenges this year. A couple of games probably, but not to the level that Oregon was going to challenge them. They may be a better team than this 23-0, and they just didn't have the experience to do it.
Yeah, they got challenged by BYU and they got challenged by Utah. Yeah. And they ran away from BYU and they ran away from Utah. But they got challenged to start with.
Yeah.
Oregon got challenged by the other team in the semifinal that they're going to play.
Well, let's look at that. So this is the update on this. We've got Oregon and Indiana in the semifinal, and Ole Miss, Miami.
Football history, folks, because y'all love it when I do this. It has been since 2002 since any of these teams have played for a national championship, and that was Miami. Well, I guess Oregon's played. Excuse me.
Oregon
back
played
that up against Auburn. Yeah,
they played twice for the national.
They played twice. That's right. But how about won a national championship? 2001 was the last time. My point is, there is no Alabama, there is no LSU, there is no Georgia, there is no Ohio State, there is no Michigan. This is going to have a new champion.
And we are going to have one of the 2 teams in the national championship game is a team that has never won a national championship.
No way.
Yep.
That's pretty great.
Oregon and Indiana.
Neither one of them have won a national championship. Now,
that's excellent.
I don't know about Ole Miss because you'd have to go way back.
I think it was like 1930-something or 1950-something.
So they've never won a national championship either. And then you've got Miami, who's the last time they won one was in 2001.
Okay.
Arguably one of the greatest teams ever in college football in the 2001 Hurricanes. But Terry's looking at Ole Miss because he don't want Teppy to get mad at me and get a voodoo doll out.
That's right.
They claimed 59, 60, and 62. I didn't know they claimed all that. I can't say much. I'm an Auburn fan.
Yeah, Auburn claimed 18 national championships this year, so that way they've got 20, and Alabama only has 18. So there it is.
Might as well, right?
Well, you might as well. But no,
it's been since the early 60s.
Yeah, one team has had national championship in the last 25 years was my point. Right. I forget that Oregon has gotten there so many times or close, and they just can't close the deal. Right. Couldn't close it against Cam Newton, and they couldn't close it. Was it Ohio State?
I think it was.
Urban Meyer's Ohio State, I think it was. But
I'll look that up too.
Yeah, because Chip Kelly got beat.
Yeah, Ohio State beat Oregon 42-20 in 2015.
Yep. That would be Urban Meyer's Ohio State. And that was a pretty good Oregon team to get thumped by 22 points, let's face it. But I don't know. Oregon, Miami would be fun. Yeah, maybe.
I thought that too. It's like if I had to pick it, no offense to the Ole Miss fans in the crowd, I know. But
he's trying hard.
If I had to pick, the Indiana sitting there, and I don't want them to not go to it. But man, I think Miami, Oregon, what a game that could be. That could be so fun.
Yeah, but don't disrespect Kurt Signetti in Indiana, Terry, because
I'm not
Indiana.
disrespecting them. I'm
I'm
just
just
saying.
saying, Indiana plays good football. They are very disciplined, very, very disciplined. They play very good football, and Oregon does too. Don't get me wrong. Ole Miss and Miami far more intriguing in terms of who's going to make the mistake,
Yeah.
who's going to buckle under the pressure. You know, Indiana and Oregon know. Indiana and Oregon know that at some point they've played each other, and you know they both are doing the coach speak. Oh, it's a really good team, hard to beat. They're probably the best coached football team. Both of those statements are true, though. It's difficult to beat an opponent a second time in a season, and Kurt Signetti might have the best coached football team in the country because he doesn't have the sexy 5-star athletes or 5-star recruits at Indiana, but he has the guys that get the job done. And by job done, they're 14-0 and the number one team in the country. So that's hard to argue with what he's done there at Indiana.
Yeah. So basically, it's hard to accept another SEC team being a championship level team. There's too many already. We can't have any more. We got to end the list as it is already.
Yeah, well, and I say, I mean, we're going to have fun talking about it, but Oregon's got a very aggressive, fast defense. I think the strength, the power, the control game goes to Indiana, though.
Yeah, it's
because
going to
they're
be
gonna-
tough to beat Indiana.
They're
It
going
doesn't
to run the
matter
ball.
any of these teams.
But Oregon loves the sprint, and they always have. That's something that even though Chip Kelly's been gone from Oregon for years, offensively, they love to stretch the field. They love to send 3 wide. They love to score inside of 90 seconds. And you exhaust defensive backs when you do that. I just don't think that Indiana's pass rush and front is going to allow that to happen.
It'll be good. I think it'll be 2 good games. Nobody's going to win by much here. I just don't see it happening.
No.
Not at all. We got any more football thoughts? Because we are very early without wrestling.
My only thoughts are I would like to know where there is a dating app for single college football coaches because y'all make way too much money to not be like, available in my dating pool.
Let me see if there's one called the dating portal.
Now, Allison also criticized Kirby Smart's age.
No. That is not what I criticized. I criticized you calling him old.
I didn't call him old.
No, you
You
said he
called
looked
him
old,
old.
I think, and then he said he's 50, and you
Yeah.
go, oh, yeah.
This is the year of 50, okay? So it's just that I will accept none of this slander about old people. I could say I'm old, but only me.
Well,
Just
what I
shush.
do know is that he is 6 months older than you, ma'am.
Okay, that works. That's fine. As long as he's older.
That helps.
There's no way he's 6 months old. He's 6 months older than you.
He's such a man. I can't. What? No, I am not that old. All right,
Oh,
keep going.
yeah.
Next.
It's
See,
funny.
I agree, Amy. I don't feel old either. We certainly don't act it, so that's fine. Yes, and Bober, you can say I'm old because you're the worst, and you're older. You've already had that AARP card for a
We've
number
seen
of
how
years.
he drives.
Yes, and we have
Oh
seen how
my
you drive.
God.
Very good point. I do not drive like a grandma. You do.
Outside of
In
Baltimore.
his Camry.
Oh,
And I've driven a Camry before. I can't say much, but that's what it was.
I'm pretty sure I was riding his ass like I'm gonna kill this person.
Whoever it is. And it ended up
And then we
being
figured out later it was Bober, and I'm like, oh shit. Good time.
that was bad, but give me Indiana over Oregon and
Okay.
let them ride the lightning and let me continue to annoy Tepe. The U beat Ole Miss with their defense.
I'm gonna go opposite from Andy.
I
I'm gonna
actually
go
think that's a
Oregon
bad
and
pick,
Old
but
Miss.
I have to keep my gimmick up, so I'm going with the U.
All right.
I'm going Indiana for sure. I've not really thought about Ole Miss, Miami. in a lot of detail.
Yeah.
Does Ole Miss have? I think they're just pissed at Lane enough to do it. Let's pull Indiana Ole Miss to get them in the finals.
What a final that would be.
Yeah.
And you'd never hear the SEC and the Big Ten stop talking about it
Oh
either.
God. I mean, so the SEC won 3 in a row a
Love you,
few
Ted.
years ago with different teams, and the Big Ten may do it. I mean, the Big Ten's got a 50% chance to win a third straight national championship with a third different team. And the SEC did it a few years ago. Georgia took that third one and added a fourth back to
Yep.
back.
But it was LSU, Alabama, Georgia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so now it looks like the Big Ten is in the driver's seat, and it's up to Ole Miss to fight back. And then Miami just if they can keep playing like they're playing, that's tough. That defense.
Well, and here's something that we don't want to talk about. You want to talk about it don't matter to me. Pete Golding of Ole Miss is the defensive coordinator, now the head coach. But Mario Cristobal has been the head coach at the University of Miami. So now you're going from Lane to Golding, but Cristobal's always been the guy. And in his interview, to your point, Terry, they want to get him to say it that the U is back. He said the U isn't back, the U is here. So, and he was part of the 1991 national championship team. He knows what the Hurricane swagger is. With all of the nonsense going on at Ole Miss, it has got to be a distraction for everybody involved in the football program. And like I said, with the flying back and forth and the recruiting and the leaving and the whatever, because I don't think even if Chambliss has another year of eligibility, he's staying at Ole Miss, win or lose. He's probably going to LSU. But I don't think he's got that year of eligibility.
No, I think he stays because I mean LSU's getting Sorsby, so
yeah, but I think it's because he doesn't have the eligibility.
No, he does. I thought I saw today that he actually got another year.
Did they give him the year? Okay, well, good for them.
So here's an update.
Let's let him play like he's TJ Finley into his 70s, and Allison disappeared. She must hate us talking football.
Let me update the standings before we move on, and that'll give her some time to come back.
But the other thing is, and this again as a wonderful Auburn fan that you are, Terry, every single one of these head coaches is in a branch in the Nick Saban tree.
Right. All four.
Every single one of them.
So here's the update on the standings. The regular bowl pick'em is being led right now by I don't know, because it's one of those generic ESPN names. They're 25-17, and Bober is one game back. I assume that's Bober because it's PSU still sucks at 24-19.
That's definitely Bober.
It's definitely Bober.
And then for the other one, if I can get out here, I'm doing terrible in the playoff picks because I actually
it's Heather in the other one.
Is it Heather?
Yeah, that's what she said. She said it's her.
Oh, Alex and Andrew are tied for the top spot there.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
But I picked Indiana to win.
Yeah, and Alex picked Georgia to win. So, yeah. And Bryant is right there. He also picked Indiana to win. He's a little bit behind.
But I picked Indiana to win because of coaches.
Oh, it's Heather that was the ESPN, the generic name? Okay.
Sorry.
I was confused.
Sorry, my
bad. Good job, Heather. You're doing way better.
Yeah, good job. And I forgot to pick 5 in a row, so y'all welcome because I was leading the pack all the way up till the 2nd of January.
I've not led anything because let me see. I picked Oregon in the first round. I picked Oklahoma in the first round. Ole Miss.
If I have to lose my Bowl Mania crown, Terry, if I have to lose my Bowl Mania crown, at least it's to Heather and not to Daryl from not Michigan.
Hey, all I have to say is thank you, Teppy, because Ole Miss is the only team I've still got going right now. So, yeah.
Yeah. Tep's excited for Ole Miss. We're going to let her enjoy it. The thing I do know, in all seriousness, is these should be 2 very good football games. They should be.
Yeah.
Although I didn't think Alabama was only going to score 3. So
Yeah.
No,
Good.
not at
Fair
all.
point. Nobody did.
Well, that's football for the moment. Let's talk about the main event, movie soundtracks from the 1900s, the first in a series. And we will talk about the series
Oh,
at the end of the show because I've already got that kind of laid out. And yeah, I put 1900s, and I'm just going to be honest with you because I put out the initial list and emailed it to the group, and I put 20th century, and I forgot to put the year 2000 in there.
there you
So
go. Okay.
I said,
Fair.
okay, well, let's call that the 1900s, and we won't have to deal with that confusion.
1900s.
Yeah, I put it in my thing here. It says, "Be nice to me. I'm from the 1900s." I actually have a T-shirt that says, "Please be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s."
Yeah.
But I'd like to also point out, excellent job again on the graphics, Terry. And there's plenty of room on that wooden door for Andrew to not be dead. So
I have learned that you have to put all the words in with the initial request for a generation of a picture because if you try to get it to tweak it, it cannot figure it out.
okay.
Well, this is perfect too because, like the movie where Kate Winslet wouldn't slide the fuck over, Allison's got a grin on her face, and I know that I'm about to die in the North Atlantic.
I don't know
where
where you're.
where
I would
never
not let
could've
you
won,
die.
But I want a poker game, so I'm going to America in the steerage because that's 5 compartments. This thing's made of iron. I assure you, it will sink. I might actually enjoy the movie Titanic. It is fantastic. It won double-digit awards, and if Celine doesn't take it home tonight, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. So even
So,
though it's not the soundtrack that I believe should win.
So Bubba asked why I'm not drowning in the background. I'm in the band, so I'm still on board.
Yeah, he's on the boat.
He's
So you
smart.
see it halfway up the iceberg behind the logo here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a guy on a piano back there, but it's behind the logo, so you can't see it.
Well, and when you think about it, the story Titanic, obviously you get the little love story and all that stuff, but 2,400 people died or whatever it was because of hubris. You did not believe that boat would sink. You didn't have enough life jackets or life rafts on it because they looked ugly.
Sorry, I just noticed that Andrew's got 2 left thumbs.
I do. And you were just complimenting ChatGPT, Terry.
Yeah.
I've told you over and again that Terminator warned you all about this nonsense, trusting the computers. But yeah. So the hubris, though, like when the guy says to him, "This ship's made of iron, it will sink." It never dawned on them that the ship could go down. And they did a nice job portraying the violence of how that happened. But the whole idea that this ship can't sink, absolutely insanity.
So before we get into the list, I wanted to give a little bit of explanation of how I did my ranking because I don't know if everybody would have done their ranking exactly the same. So just a idea. So for me, there were 2 criteria to be in my top, and I will fully admit I think I voted for 18. 2 criteria to be in my top 18. 1, you either needed to, when I hear a song that is on the soundtrack, if I immediately think of the movie, that put them in this list.
Yeah.
The second one was if I owned the actual CD or cassette tape soundtrack, definitely automatically on this list.
Yeah, I have a similar criteria to Allison's, and there will be movies where you immediately know the song that was the big song from the movie. In this one, there's no spoiler. It's The Heart Will Go On, by Celine Dion.
By the way, I also thought of some more that were not on the list that I will mention.
Yeah, but that's this one right here. And then when you think about Semi-Charmed Life from the American Pie series, or you think of The Bodyguard has 2 of them from Whitney, and I Want Nothing, or I'll Have Nothing, and I Will Always Love You. But those are just examples, and all 3 of those movies will be in the top 10, I'm sure. But that's the point, is if it reminded me, I agree with you. If it reminded me of the movie, then yes, I absolutely voted for it.
All right.
So,
So,
I will
what
say-
just? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And
Dan.
oh,
Before
by
we
the way,
dive into it.
before Terry goes, I voted for 25. So if we got some
Okay.
weird numbers, Terry, part of
Yeah.
that's my fault.
I think I was around 15, but because I normally vote and then see how many I've got after the first time through, and then I sort them, and I was at 15. But movies are difficult because, especially like soundtracks, it's not just the movie because there are so many damn movies out there, and it is so easy to forget things.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why things get left off. So sorry about that.
Third
What was
criteria, the
the-
soundtrack had to fit the movie.
Yes.
Because I
yeah.
actually did think about that. Like it had to make sense for the movie itself.
What the hell was the name of the movie? Was it My Girl? With Anna Chlumsky and
Yeah.
Macaulay
they-
Culkin, yeah, and he
Yeah,
died
Macaulay
of the disease.
Culkin.
Yeah.
yeah. That was not on this list, and that soundtrack was so good that we would be singing the songs from that movie forever. Like that was and we missed it, just by the way. So anyway,
Yep.
I just thought of that now. Shout out to the Smokey,
and the Bandit
soundtrack.
soundtrack. Oh, that would have been a good picture.
That
He
would've
means
been-
8-track, not soundtrack, but same thing.
Yeah, was that 80s or was that 70s?
70s, I would say.
Yeah.
70s. Yeah.
All
it
right,
was the
let's do
70s.
this. I'm excited.
Jackie Gleason,
Just
Sally
missed the
Field.
list. The
No!
Blues Brothers, Pretty in Pink, Rocky, and Urban Cowboy.
Okay.
Allison
Well-
hates anybody that voted against Pretty in Pink, and that
I
means
have
me because she knows I do it just to annoy her.
You're
That
such
Pretty in Pink never gets any votes. It's a lot like New Kids on the Block.
No
vote. No voting.
Okay. Fun fact, Urban Cowboy is on my list and it's on my list really high, but it is not for the actual Urban Cowboy soundtrack. My father's going to be the only one who knows this. It's for the Urban Chipmunk soundtrack that I owned. That is correct. Alvin and the Chipmunks put out a country album, and it was all the songs on the Urban Cowboy album soundtrack. So, because of the Chipmunks, I learned 14 country songs at a very young age.
That's
So,
hilarious. I can
this-
see Alvin with a cowboy hat on and
Oh.
everything.
Excellent.
And that makes me think, since you said that, it makes me think of that Weird Al song about Star Wars. That was so good.
Also, Bober, this is why you're the worst. Just so you know.
It didn't make mine either.
Yo, Terry!
Mine either.
Breakfast Club
All right,
did.
seriously,
Not-
y'all are just,
Pretty
that's
in
it. I'm reevaluating our friendships. That's it.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
You already knew.
All
Let's
right.
go ahead and hit the list. Number
Let's do
10,
it.
Saturday
Hell yeah.
Night Fever.
Seriously,
We're going to see a
gross.
couple of actors multiple times on the list.
Here
But I
we go
mean,
with, here we go with the ages again.
look, I mean, this song, you can't hear the music from this movie without thinking about it. You can't.
I can't hear the Bee Gees without thinking about this
Absolutely.
at all. I mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Should have been higher. 11 for Devin never saw this movie. Devin, this movie came out way before you were born.
Yeah,
Okay.
because this was disco.
hell, it
if I'm
came
not
out before I
mistaken.
was
Yeah,
born. What year was this?
Yes. It had to be 80.
I
or
know.
No,
I put it,
70
I
something.
put it on the
probably.
list. Yeah.
It was 70 something.
I was born in the 70s, though. I will.
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
she's a 70s girl. I'm a 90s bitch.
Oh,
I
see-
don't
yeah.
care.
So Super Dave says Saturday Night Fever was his number one.
There you go. We
So
found
that
who.
helped.
We
We got
found who
wild
skewed the
swings.
voting.
I
It's
know. we
funny
really
because
do.
we got
I'm
like
trying to
people's
see.
number ones either don't show up here or they get on the just missed.
Mm. Yeah, that's usually true. I can't find it. Maybe it didn't make mine.
Yep, we found who skewed the voting.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't me.
anyway,
Devin's
My
dad
dad.
was born in
Oh my
79.
god. Okay, I am older than Devin's dad. Holy shit, Devin could be my grandson.
Oh,
No,
that's
he couldn't. I
hilarious.
couldn't have been 3 when. But Devin, you are not helping right now. Let's keep
That's
going.
hilarious.
Oh my
Number
God.
9, Titanic.
number 9.
Oh,
Number
Andrew's
9.
gonna scream foul. All right,
I
so
know. Yeah.
So
Number 9.
Titanic was 10 for me.
13 major awards in 1997, and this is number 9. And you're gonna
Okay.
tell me Travolta in his tight ass pants is number 10? Get
But
away
let's
from
be
me.
fair here. Other than one song, what else is on the soundtrack?
Well, they do the Irish dance down in the bottom of the steerage, and a bunch of
Okay.
it is actually orchestra music.
Right.
It's not songs. It's more of composition and concert music.
So that's honestly that's why it's lower on my list. So
I'm gonna cheat
I agree
and
with you.
look at the actual standings on my phone again so I can remember it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Titanic's fantastic, and
It's
Celine
a big
is-
one. It is
Yeah.
one of the big
Celine is
Absolutely.
amazing.
I totally agree. Celine is the queen. We all agree.
Number
Yeah.
8, Top Gun.
Top. Yeah,
And I mean,
Take
there's a
my
couple of
breath
big
away
songs here,
immediately.
but having a couple of big songs that are that notable and
Yeah.
having scenes where they are actually singing the songs, that's
Yeah.
huge.
So this had Danger Zone. This had You've Lost That Loving Feeling.
Great Balls
This
of
had-
Fire.
What
So,
was that? Great Balls of
Great Balls
Fire.
of Fire,
Yes.
Take my breath away.
I got a
Yeah.
story. Okay, my cousin was getting married, and he divorced this lady several years ago. But anyway, my cousin was getting married, and we're at the rehearsal for the wedding, and they say when the Top Gun song comes on, that's when you need to start going down the aisle. And my
Okay.
my other cousin goes, "Danger Zone?"
Perfect.
No,
That
we're
is
not playing
perfect.
Danger Zone at our wedding.
Excellent.
I
Excellent.
really enjoy that. Yeah, that was good. But yeah, this one, Take My Breath Away, Danger Zone, Love and Feeling.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Great
Excellent.
Balls of Fire. And then
No
there were other
complaints.
songs in between that were
Yep.
good. So whatever
Like
the
when they
song
were
was,
playing volleyball.
I was
hot.
gonna say the exact same thing when they were playing volleyball.
You could hear that instrumental and you know exactly what scene it is.
Yeah, the scene. Yeah.
Hmm.
Number 7.
Yeah.
American Pie.
Oh, Bober's gonna throw a fit, and he would be right too. This is way too low. Absolutely 100% way too low. Also, fun fact for all of our listeners and viewers. There it is. I knew he was gonna get mad.
You knew he'd be mad.
For all of our listeners and fans at TNA Top 10, this is my Porky. So this was the very first dirty comedy that 14-year-old me saw, because this came out in 1999. Amy, that does not shock me.
No, not really.
It's
My
really
first-
it's really a filthy movie, and in 2026 they would never make this movie
Oh
again.
no.
But when you think of the songs that were on it, First Date, Semi-Charmed Life, God, I can't even think of them all now. This was smack in the middle of that post-grunge alternative rock style
Yeah.
music.
90s.
And
yeah.
this soundtrack is hard to beat. I have this soundtrack in Apple Music. Like, I have the American Pie soundtrack in Apple Music. So the fact that it's only number 7, I know I voted number 1.
Yeah,
for
I'm
this.
excited to see what's on the top now.
Yeah, yeah.
She's
Because
mad
I
at
know
me.
I voted number 1 on this.
Yes.
I did
everybody
not
loves
vote
Shannon
for American
Elizabeth.
Pie.
What's that, Terry?
I didn't put it on my list at all.
Yeah,
What?
neither did I.
What? Old man
Mm-mm.
Terry over here making
Yeah.
bad decisions.
I picked Gone with the Wind number 1 and Wizard of Oz number 2. I'm kidding. That was on the original list though.
Hey, we can do we can
Yeah.
add musicals and operas to the list of greats.
We're
Moulin
gonna have to
Rouge,
discuss
number
that
one.
because we've got a slide and we could discuss it there.
Yeah,
Number
Let's go.
6, The Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard. There it is. And I Have Nothing, I Will Always Love You, 2 top songs. For those of you who don't know, I Will Always Love You was originally written by Dolly Parton, and she gave Whitney her blessing to sing it. And Whitney did it better than Dolly. Sorry, Dave. I know you probably think that's a controversial opinion, but it's
Oh.
not.
They both did it well.
Well, Whitney Houston probably number one female vocalist I've ever heard in my life.
Did she
Number one.
win? Have we done a list of people singing the national anthem at sports games? I know we
No,
talked about
we
it.
have not.
We need to do that.
When we haven't done female vocalists, but she's up there with Adele, with Celine Dion, Whitney Houston. I mean, these are power
love her.
singers that sing 4 and 5 octaves above the normal register, and the power that she delivers. People love I Will Always Love You, but if you watch her sing I Have Nothing,
Yeah.
the power and intensity that she sings that song with is incredible. And it's a damn shame she died so early, because she was a pace setter in music for women.
I had a number of Whitney Houston cassettes. I will fully admit that. My first loves of
My
music
sister had some.
were all black women. I loved the Pointer Sisters. I loved Whitney Houston. I loved Diana Ross. I loved Donna Summers. Good God, you could get me going. Good
Dave,
stuff.
by blessing, I meant she didn't charge her to sing it. But you are correct. I heard that story as well, that Dolly heard it in her car. But there's this thing called intellectual property and music rights, and she did not force Whitney to pay for it.
That's nice.
The other thing is the version is so different. If you've ever heard from, and it is from The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Dave, which I don't know that was on this list, but it has a great soundtrack too.
It does.
That
9 to 5.
version of I Will Always Love You versus Whitney Houston's, Whitney Houston just takes it to a completely different level. Completely different level. What does Teppy think? Am I wrong on this, Dave? Because she thinks I was wrong on Ole Miss. Please tell me.
Dolly Parton interview
Where's
by
Mrs.
Howard
Conrad?
Stern. Oh my goodness. What a
What?
combination.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
All right, what's
that's
number
way
5?
weird.
Number 5, The Breakfast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Don't
This
you
was my
forget
number
about
2.
me. And I mean, there it is. That's the song. Don't you forget about me. Everybody thinks of it by the, was it Talking Heads?
But so for this one
March
though,
24th, 1985, Shermer, Illinois.
to your point, like with a lot of the other ones, when you hear the instrumentals that they used in the movie, you automatically know what it's from. So,
Mrs. Pondwater says Whitney was better. There you go.
oh wow.
We got a clean sweep in Mississippi. So,
All right. Well, I mean,
yeah,
also,
this is your-
wait, can
this
I
is
ask
your
a
John-
question?
This service is your John Hughes fandom, ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
but
excuse me, ma'am.
where is Molly Ringwald?
I don't know. I didn't think about it.
What?
She is
Literally
she's
my
on the
favorite
poster.
actress of all time
She's
is
on the,
missing from the movie picture.
she had to go do her part in the poster that didn't quite make the top 10
You're such an ass.
in Pretty in Pink. So she didn't make it.
Oh.
To the poster. I don't know.
I just
That's a good
realized
question
she did
because
that to you.
I absolutely did not even think about that. Because I just went looking for movie posters.
Oh
If
my,
you
that's
put the
pretty good.
Breakfast Club,
I have the movie poster somewhere.
Breakfast Club poster. Oh, she's laying down right there. You can see her.
Yeah, she's down
Where?
at the bottom, right behind. the
Oh,
Breakfast
okay, I
Club.
see her
I
now.
cropped her
Under
out.
club. Okay.
Blame Terry.
I was like, what the
cropped her
hell?
Okay.
Great
That's
job.
hilarious. Anyway, number
right.
4, Footloose.
No complaints. It's had to be in my top 5. This was number 5 for me. So yeah.
Not better than American Pie. Not better than Janet. Not better than
But
the
see, here's the
Bodyguard.
thing. When I hear the songs that are in American Pie, I do not associate them with American Pie at all.
Right.
Old people have clearly been voting.
Oh, you.
Old people have clearly been voting again.
This movie touched on, for the time, something that was real and people didn't realize it, about, how communities could be so biased against something like music, and how like ultra religion could just really screw kids up. This movie was fantastic. Boomers unite. That's right, Amy. Wait, is that what we are? Are we boomers?
No,
Are we
we're
Gen X?
X.
We're Gen
We're
X.
Gen X, yeah. That's hilarious. No, there's several good songs here, but I don't. But the difference is what you were talking about. Some of these songs that are in this movie, I don't think about this movie. The
Okay.
only song I think about the movie is the song Footloose. Wow. What were
Okay.
you doing in that part of
Who
your
made
life,
fun of
Bober?
Amy for never seeing that other movie? Because that is Bober. That is absolutely. I'm gonna throw up. Like, how do you
Yeah,
never
Top
seen
Gun is
Top Gun?
iconic. Yeah, Top Gun is iconic. Footloose, whatever, but Top Gun,
Yeah.
seriously,
Yeah. Oh.
brutal. That's what that is.
Sorry.
Good stuff. All right.
Number 3, Dirty
Hell
Dancing.
yeah. Again, another one
Time
I own.
after time.
It's roughly
Hey,
the same.
we didn't put Romy and Michelle's high
Oh
school reunion on this list either,
no,
and
we
they do
didn't.
time after time dancing.
Yes.
Sandy
Very good
Frank?
point.
Yes, Sandy Frank. He had to carry that huge notebook around.
Oh god. Okay, so this one, I mean, there's so many different songs in this movie that remind me of the movie.
I've watched
So
this movie
many.
one time, start to finish.
What?
One time.
Holy Jesus. All right, so this was Amy's number 1.
Of course it was.
This was Super Dave's number
The
2.
word dirty is in the title. You know
Yeah,
it was gonna
that's
be
right,
dirty.
girl. That's right. We're in
Uh,
our cougar stages. Leave us alone.
I didn't say anything about it. No one puts baby in the corner. That's right, Devin. Tell
I
him.
love it, Devin. Very good. But again, a movie with multiple different songs that make you think of the movie. No
Right.
question. Good stuff. Love this.
All right. Number 2, Purple Rain.
Yeah, there you go.
100%. So
it's got-
was this
got
a
Prince
music
in it.
movie? Was this like a musical movie, right?
I mean, it was a big part of it.
It was a
Yeah.
big part of it. This was in my top. Yeah, this was high up.
It
for me.
wasn't like, I
It was
took
4
those
for me.
Beatles movies out of here because those
Right.
were just fake movies, right? They
No,
just
but
made a
this
movie
was
after they made the movie. This wasn't really like that,
right.
even though there was a Purple Rain album, right? But
Sure.
this
Well,
wasn't.
I
that.
expect to see Rocket Man and Bohemian Rhapsody on our future list, sir, after 2000.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we got a list, but that's not next week. I want to shake it up. I don't want to go straight
Okay.
to that.
Rocket
Okay.
Man, Bohemian Rhapsody. And by the way, if you haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody, do yourself a favor because Remy
yeah.
Malek's portrayal
Yeah.
as Freddie Mercury, you can start a side-by-side of YouTube of the Wembley performance for Live Aid and watch the movie, and it is perfection. So,
And the guy who plays Elton John is the kid from Kingsman. He's very good. Eggert, is that right?
yeah.
Something
He
like
is
that?
very good, but I liked Bohemian Rhapsody better than Rocket Man, and they were both
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. All right. So wait, I wanna look at my list to think about what I think number 1 is. Okay, so I know it's not that. Oh,
I didn't
hope it's
save my
that.
list this time. I'm
It's
trying to remember.
It should be pretty obvious.
Well, the obvious
No,
ones
because
got
I've got
voted
ones
below.
on my list. Yeah.
I would
It's
have thought
pretty
The
obvious.
Bodyguard would have been a top 5-er for sure, and American Pie.
No, this one. When you see it, you'll be like, "Oh, of course it's that."
I've got 30. I've got some on my list we're going to discuss after, but go ahead.
Number 1, Grease.
Okay. I can't be upset. I don't even think it's on my list.
It's
not.
a musical. It's not
Yeah.
a movie.
That's why I didn't put it on my list, I think.
It's still a movie.
But to be fair,
Grease is a
that's why I
musical.
said that about Purple Rain. Yeah.
So
I can't be upset.
here's the
This was-
trivia. I share a birthday with both Oscar and oh crap! Now I forgot her name.
Olivia Newton-John.
Newton-John.
Yes,
And
Amy.
the original Shamu also had our
And the
birthday.
original Shamu. Nice. So Amy said Forrest Gump didn't make it at all. Ones that
Yeah, that was
I
a
thought
big
should have
shocker
made
for
it.
me. Dazed and
Vision
Confused.
Quest. Vision Quest for the Madonna song. Batman. Because
Yeah.
we all
89
discussed
Batman
that
had a pretty
previously.
good soundtrack. Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Empire Records, Singles. How are those not on this list?
Pulp Fiction had a pretty good soundtrack too.
There-
It did.
That soundtrack was fantastic. But same with
Days of
Empire
Confused
Records.
is the only one where I bought the album and I just rolled my windows down and I was driving my car, belting the Dazed and Confused.
Oh, we got a
soundtrack
lot of
back and
complaints
forth.
in the group. Beverly Hills Cop,
Menace to
Menace to Society, Xanadu, and Detroit Rock City. Back to the Future.
Back to the
10
Future
Things
had a
I
good
Hate
list.
About You. That's a
10
Now, I
things
will
I
say
hate
that
about
all
you.
those they're mentioning, maybe not Xanadu, but everything was on the original list.
Yeah.
I assume all these made the list when we voted.
10
officially.
Things I Hate About You is
Yeah.
low key such a solid movie. So, and I get it's based on Shakespeare's writing, which makes sense, The Taming of the Shrew, but
right.
the musical composition that goes along with it as well, it
Agreed.
is very, very good.
Yeah.
So
Carrie,
let me run it down,
the not list that is not correct.
and I will discuss the shortcomings of the format and the shortcomings of a better format after I do this. Number 10 on movie soundtracks from the 1900s, Saturday Night Fever. Number 9, Titanic. Number 8, Top Gun. Number 7, American Pie. Number 6, The Bodyguard. Number 5, The Breakfast Club. Number 4, Footloose. Number 3, Dirty Dancing. Number 2, Purple Rain. And number 1, Grease.
Yep.
It is a good list. It's solid. I mean, I love it when people are complaining about, like, here's 20 movies that should have been in the top 10.
Well, and
You know,
here,
That's a good
here-
complaint.
Here is genuinely what you could have done: 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
90s, and
But we'd
We're
be here
already going to
forever.
have at least 5
Yeah.
in this series.
I'd say
though.
we could have done. But I
well,
mean,
one thing is,
as Ober points out, no Rocky 3, no
Yeah.
Rocky 4, both of which have fantastic soundtracks, along with the original Rocky.
yeah,
Grease is a great number one though. Amy, please go back to
no,
bed.
not next. 2000s is in the series, Devin, but it's not next. We'll discuss that in a minute. But what I was going to say, the best format for this is the upvote downvote format. But the problem with that is you see the results, so we don't have this moment of what's number one because everybody knows if they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do have that shortcoming because we want to actually have a show. If we just want to do a list, I would do it that way.
Yeah, Dave says super strong category. Oh, Bober here, hasn't to be controversial. How can a movie with Eye of the Tiger not make a list?
I'm also
of
an Auburn
your
fan, Mike.
wrestling fans. I would like to point out to Bober, you call yourself a hockey fan, and I don't believe you've watched the show Heated Rivalry yet. So until you do that, Bober,
We want a
wanna
full
hear.
report out as well. We want
Yeah,
we want
we need to-
details.
So that's
Yeah,
movie
it is an
soundtracks
idea.
from the 1900s. And before we get to the other lists, let's talk about our friends at Talking Wrestling with Pondwater and Amy. And my understanding, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Well, we're going to have musicals when we talk Disney too, so we're going to have to talk about that. But Pondwater and Amy are back, first time this year, and they're going to have Riza Clark. Is that her name? Riza Clark from Metroplex Wrestling, and they got a thing called Texas Rumble coming up, I believe.
Yeah, they were talking
that'll
about that last week or the week before with the guy whose audio issues made it difficult to listen to, even though you could tell he was very enthusiastic. So
Oh, thanks. That's Wednesday. Sorry about that. That is Wednesday night.
that's the best part about this show is the people they get to interview. Now, sometimes
Yes.
technical difficulties happen, but what
Hey,
you
we
could
did
hear
our
from-
first 20 shows that way.
Yeah, we did, and all the technical issues were on your side.
Yeah, of course
We
they
will not
were.
talk about a dog.
I don't think
that
I
passed-
had a dog that chewed up a
dog that passed away
table.
that chewed up all the cords. Yeah, and the other one over here, he just talks so loud the microphone picks him up. January is MPX month, according to Dave, which means
I don't think that
they're
they've
gonna-
coordinated on this because Amy's questioning whether it's Wednesday or Tuesday.
Yeah, well,
So we may hear about
there
that.
may be an update. Watch social media, but more importantly, watch Talking Wrestling with Pondwater and Amy. Good questions, good interviews, good trivia. Sometimes not as good of comments in the chat as we have here. Just so you're aware. Our people are
Now
lit. They know what to do.
let's talk about
Alright.
upcoming lists. So these are the ones we know. We may add some more to the series, but we got 2 sets of TV theme songs, one from 1900s, one from 2000s. We've got a Disney movie soundtracks, and we've got movie soundtracks from the 2000s that goes with the one we did tonight.
Excellent.
Now, I put Disney
Musical.
movie soundtracks.
Yeah.
Should we call that just Disney soundtracks because there have
You
been
could-
some Disney shows or what?
Yeah, you call it Disney movie soundtracks. I like that, but it's gonna be Lion King and
Yeah,
Lion King and
no TV
Lion
shows.
King.
No TV shows.
So no Disney TV
movies.
shows, but Lion
Leave it the
King
way
is
it
going to
is.
win the Disney movie soundtracks. I've already decided, so
Okay.
you guys are all aware.
I'm
Lion
not
King-
gonna argue.
People voting for stuff like Wicked.
Wicked is a musical. That's
That's-
why we need to have musicals.
Let's, I
Still a
was gonna say
movie.
let's do musicals
Wicked-
as well.
Well, it's you can call it a movie musical or musical movies that became musicals that became movies. Absolutely, Wicked is a musical. If it's on
But it
fucking
is a movie.
Broadway, hey,
It
this
is a
is my
movie.
position, and I'm going to take the hard stance on this. If that
Plenty of
motherfucker,
people, plenty of things have been both.
if that motherfucker has been on Broadway, it is a musical, and that's
Yeah, I'm not saying it
the-
wasn't a musical on Broadway, but when
That's
it's
the
on
line
the
in the
silver
sand I'm
screen,
drawing,
it is
Terry.
a movie.
Yeah, but hold on, because I went and saw Aladdin on Broadway, Beauty and Beast on
Exactly.
Broadway.
So we're just
So
killing
You
Disney.
saw the remakes, not the
Everything that is
animated.
Disney is a musical. There's not going to be a
Anima-
single thing on the list.
I saw
Man.
Lion King with people in costumes, Andrew.
Animated Disney movies. That takes care of that problem. Animated
Okay.
Disney movies.
There you go.
No live action. But if it's been on fucking Broadway, it's a musical. And do not argue with me.
So
I've been doing
obviously
good.
We're gonna
I've been
we are
doing
going
good
to
not to use-
reconsider what this list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing good not to use
entail.
my favorite fire truck word, and y'all gonna bring it out of me over this Broadway. Of all things, Broadway, American Pie, and Whitney Houston is
Good
all
Lord.
gonna bring it out on me.
That's it.
Frozen is not the best. You all hush. Lion King, Circle of Life. Can you feel the love tonight? I just want to be king. Don't start with me. I'm. That's for next week
I'm
or
not
whenever.
gonna argue that.
Start with me.
No, we need him arguing. We need to force it the other way so he's super pissed on that episode. That's what we need.
And Amy did confirm they're on Wednesdays all month.
She just had to go check her calendar.
She just got a text message or checked her calendar.
I love you.
Oh.
Okay, so Disney.
Yeah.
Disney's
Animated.
always a problem.
Animated Disney movie soundtracks.
Yeah, and you could do Disney movies 1940 through
Oh, God.
1980, and then do like you could break Disney
Well,
movies
Let's make
Oh.
a full list and then we'll see how much we break.
because you
I
have
was gonna
Disney,
say because
and then you have
I think that
Pixar.
would be
Okay.
fun.
you have Disney, and
I'm
then
going
you
to
have
make the
Pixar.
spreadsheet.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Because
Ooh,
remember,
Andrew.
what I'm talking about, classic animation, not this bullshit AI nonsense where the computer does it, where somebody drew an individual picture for
OG
each
Mary
thing.
Poppins.
No, Mary Poppins. Don't do. What about
Dude,
Bread Knobs? And
I love the
Broomsticks,
music from Mary
Allison?
Poppins.
Let's talk about Bread Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh, absolutely. Angela Lansbury? Are you kidding me?
Bread knobs. That sounds like a new thing that the pizza place is having for appetite.
How do you know about that? You're like 12.
Bread Knobs and Broomsticks was one of my
Yes.
favorite movies.
We watched that in school, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
When they
going
made
to,
movies
they
that
were
were
going to
actually
the
rated
island
G.
of La Boom Boom or whatever. And
So
then,
I knew this was going to happen. So you see, I did put the words
Subject
card
to
subject to change at the
I like
bottom,
that.
but
That was good.
Yeah, but Bed Knobs and Broomsticks is fantastic. Where he
Yeah.
just picks a bunch of mumbo jumbo out of the book and he just makes it the castle of or the class of correspondence or whatever.
My dad, late to the show, Dad says Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Ooh,
See, I'd put that in musicals.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That makes this a little difficult, but musicals.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't feel old anymore. Super Dave said he watched Bed Knobs and Broomsticks at the movie theater.
Such a good movie.
Oh,
Such a
he
good movie.
probably watched Apple Dumpling Gang at the movie theater too.
And the Apple
Ah.
Dumpling Gang sucked. Let's talk about Pete's Dragon.
That was
Oh
the
my
first
goodness.
movie I saw at the theater, so include me
The
in
Apple
that.
Dumpling Gang or Peach
My
Dragon?
brother's first movie
Pete's
that he
Dragon.
saw at the movie theater was one I took him to, and it was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Do not recommend that being your brother's first movie that you took him to surreptitiously and then showed up back at home and your brother starts sharing all the new words he just learned in that movie.
Wow.
Good times.
The worst. She is undoubtedly, unquestionably the worst.
I am.
Fox and the
No
Hound
question.
sucked. Here's why. They turned those two wonderful little pets into enemies, and fuck that noise.
What was that other movie where they had the animals talking and Jeff Foxworthy had the joke? You know that ain't those dogs' real voices. Good God.
101 Dalmatians?
Homeward
No.
Bound.
Homeward Bound. That's a good one,
Homeward
too.
Bound.
But 101 Dalmatians has great
Dog
family-
movies. Dog
Cruella-
movies would be a good one.
Oh, dog
Cruella
movies
de
would be
Vil
very
Some new
good.
movies like 2026 is a year of movie lists.
I like that. Let's do
We're
it.
not doing it.
Oh, you saw Bambi die in the movie theater?
Stop!
That's
Oh,
terrible,
God.
John Waters. Oh.
Old Yeller?
Oh. Old Yeller. Oh man.
Old Yeller was fantastic until that
Marley
fog
and
got a
me. I
hold
mean,
of
let's
him.
just cry for an hour. Come on.
That's what I'm talking about with Fox and the Hound. They turned them into enemies, and they were,
Well, Bambi made
Worst
me cry.
movie ending.
Dumbo
How about
made me
that?
cry. Like these were horrible things. Disney movies were not nice
What about
at
Snow
all.
White? The girl eats the poison apple,
Her stepmother's trying to kill her. Like
Yeah,
a,
not good.
a girl is because of marriage is now forced into slavery. Cinderella.
Cinderella, night and
Oh
day.
yeah, that's it.
Another great music. I can sing some of these songs if we
God.
need to.
Terry,
I
I'm really sorry.
We
That's
could
okay.
do Disney
Card
movies for a
subject to change.
while.
Yeah, we
Hey,
could
we
do
had
movie
time.
stuff for a while.
There was
Oh, I
no
know.
wrestling.
That's the thing. That's why I tried to collapse Disney down because I know
Yeah.
Disney
There was
would
no
take
wrestling
over.
about
It
arguing,
makes
and
sense.
we will not be collapsing Disney down. By the way, on the issue of the Wicked soundtrack, I actually listened to the Wicked Broadway version of the
Mhm.
Production within like the last 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And while I was at work, it is fantastic.
Yeah.
It is so good to listen to. And obviously, there's more songs than Defying Gravity, but that's
Yes,
the one
there
that
are.
everybody knows. Kind of
Yeah.
like Frozen, everybody knows "Let It Go," but
Oh,
Do
no.
You Want to Build a Snowman is pretty decent. And
Or the I like we finish each other's sandwiches song. I forget what the name of it is.
Disney on Ice brought us the Frozen here in Raleigh.
Oh man, there would be a list. The best ice. I don't even
No.
ice
No.
shows.
Mm-mm.
Dude, is Heated Rivalry going to be on the list? They do
Oh,
things
crap,
on
I'm getting in
ice.
trouble.
They
Strange
do
Brew.
things on ice. Oh, it's so good. I'm rewatching it, but on the big screen because I'm at the gym and they
Oh
text
no,
each other.
you are
and it's
not
hard-
watching that.
It is hard to read what they're texting each other at the gym. So
You
I
should
gotta
also
watch
not
it
be
on
watching that at the gym.
Why not?
It's
Just
practically gay porn.
It's softcore gay porn. Let's
Still!
just settle down a minute.
All right. I mean,
Oh, and Allison only knows this. She's not watched the show.
I'm
but she's
waiting for it to
watched
show
the
up on my
ad-
server so I can watch it.
Advertised reels without spoilers that she realizes how good the show is going to be. Also, I bought us shirts.
Did you
that-
really buy those shirts?
Oh, I definitely bought
Oh,
the
good
shirts.
God.
Yes. So we'll
All
be
right.
wearing those in Costa Rica. Nobody will get the reference but us.
Like it.
All right, so
Yeah.
we've got more than 4 more lists
Yeah,
coming
we're
up.
good.
So
Hey, we're all constantly begging for lists, and it's not our fault that we came up with this idea.
Yeah.
And then you guys let me have a live mic and tell you why you're all wrong. And we're gonna go do musicals as well. And yeah. And we could do classic musicals. We could do animated to movie music.
Oh,
I mean, we
God.
could do a lot with musicals.
good night,
Shine
Amy.
Amy.
Thanks for hanging in there, or trying to at least.
Bye, Amy.
Back
I didn't
to
even
work
install
tomorrow.
FTR tonight. We didn't talk about wrestling.
Yummy.
Oh my God, they're gross. Oh, gross.
Okay, so we
Yes.
see what we may be doing. We got some others. We're gonna have a whole Disney sub genre going in here
Nice.
and all that. And yeah.
We still need baby making music. And he's not wrong about that. Like
Super
there
Dave
are
is not
some
wrong.
there are some really good. Like if you ever listen to Usher Confessions, that is a fantastic album for anything that involves you not having any clothes on. I'm just letting you all know. Dave, that was 35 years after Marvin Gaye. Just letting you know.
I was going to
know
say, if it's
you're
not Marvin
old.
Gaye at number 1 spot, I don't know what is.
Oh, we still. Yeah, that might be the comment. We still need baby making
Yeah.
music. That's pretty good, you know.
I like it.
We haven't been canceled yet. Why the hell not? You know.
All right, Terry, take us out.
All right. I guess there's nothing else. We did it quick tonight.
That's what she said.
That's what he said.
All right. So thanks everybody for voting, and it was really lively conversation because these are hard lists. They just are. So thanks for all the input. If you want to be on the committee, let me know. I'll start emailing it to you, and then we can partially blame you just like we partially blame the rest of us. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. And I'm not going to name everybody because a ton of people were here. As always, love your people. Tell them you love them. Make it weird. See you next time, everybody.